How many clubs do you need to take out on the course with you to play good golf? Hi guys, my name is Peter Finch and you join me down at the Brummies Golf Club at the Quellness Golf Resort here in Germany, and I'm going to be doing a 5 club challenge. Now that is quite as simple as it sounds, taking 5 clubs from my bag, playing with them on this back 9 and seeing what score I can get. Now the thing I'm going to be doing here is going to be offering tips and advice on maybe adapting the clubs for different types of shot. I think a lot of times when people go out with less clubs than they actually have, so if you've got a full bag of 14 clubs, actually just going out with 5 or 6 clubs, a lot of people play better because some of their decision making is actually made much simpler. So let's actually have a look at the clubs that I'm going to be using. So this first hole, the 10th, is it's a monster. It's 557 yards. So yeah, that could be interesting. So you obviously need a bit of power off the tee. I also want something which is adaptable off the fairway. So the first club that I'm going to be using is the Original One mini driver. Now that's set at 13 degrees, is really good off the tee, very accurate, and also sneaky long. The second club which I'm going to be using is, I do need that long iron, and I'm going to be using my 4. Now my 4 iron is not the longest 4 iron I've ever used, but it launches high and I can adapt it to get it a little bit lower as well, so that should offer me some versatility. I'm obviously going to need my putter. I think everyone should be confident with their putter. It's pretty self-explanatory, you don't need to go crazy with that. Now the wedge is the difficult one, but I'm going to go with a 54 degree. A 54 degree should give me plenty of options to actually use around the green, out of bunkers and when pitching. Now that leaves me another iron, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a 7 or an 8. What do you reckon, John? I'm feeling 7.
I was going to say 8, but what do I know?
I'm going to go 7. Don't want to come out the back. I'm going to go 7. So I've got my mini driver, I've got my 4 iron, I've got my 7 iron, I've got my 54 degree wedge, and I've got my putter. My only real issue here is the gap between my 7 iron and my wedge, but I should be able to show you how to adapt the 7 iron and how to adapt the 54 degree wedge to get a little bit more power or take some distance off and flight it differently. Mini driver, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, this one. Just avoid the bunks on the left and the trees on the right. So, little known fact about golf, John, you need to hit the fairway to put yourself in decent position. Nice. Like that. Good. I do love this one. I do love this driver. It's got a long way, that, actually, as well.
I didn't see it come down, actually.
It's almost at the footpath crossing on the fairway. We are hitting downhill on the first shot a little bit, so it will give me a little bit more distance, but I'd be shocked if I can go for it in 2.
No.
570 yards, 2 mini drivers? So 280 into the pin, and I'm hitting into an upslope. So to get it that far with a mini driver, I'll be doing well. I just want to leave myself with a chip generally for a birdie. That's just whacking it really, John. Just whacking it. Same old Pete. Just whacking it. All right, okay, straight up the throat of that green. Well, it's got a chance. It's all right. See how it just like died in the slope. Just stopped in the slope. It's okay. It's going to leave me about 50, 60 yards in, I think, from there, the way it stopped. It's all right. 2 decent strikes, though. Good choice so far. 54 degree wedge. And I'm pitching basically into the upslope on the green, hoping to kill it, skim it, and then just let it drift onto the pin. Sounds fantastic. It should look good as well. Okay, cool. So ball a little bit further back in the stance. Hit it into that bank, come on. Oh, Yeah, not bad. It just pitched a little bit too far down the bank. Oh well, not bad, but not great. Yeah, it wasn't a million miles away. It just pitched to the bottom of the bank rather than near the middle to the top. So could have got another 10-foot release if I'd have pitched it precisely where I wanted to, but it's left me pretty makeable putt actually. It's uphill, touch left to right. I'm feeling quietly confident about this. Quietly, like don't tell anyone, like, yeah, keep it to yourself. So someone who makes YouTube videos. All right, okay, up the hill, left to right, come on. That looked good. That looked good all the way. A little bit more slope in these greens than some of the other ones we've played so far, and they are rolling like really nicely. These are going to be up here with probably some of the best greens I've played this year. Just, yeah, nice, really nice. So 400 yards up the hill here on the 11th. Just got to keep it left-hand side of the fairway, away from the bunkers. It's so still and calm here. A little bit chilly here in the morning, but it's just the actual Bavarian countryside out here is lovely. That is the right side. I think that's actually going to be okay there. Just get it right. No, it's in it. Yeah, it's in the bunker.
Oh, and the bunkers are lovely.
The bunkers are really nice. I've only been in one though, and that was a Greenside one. Not been any fairway bunkers yet.
But is that going to cause you trouble now that you've got limited clubs?
Well, this is the question that we will answer in the next clip. Well, that was slightly annoying. It's just rolled back in. Oh, and because it's just rolled back in, that really limits my options as far as what I can hit. However, it is on the upslope. Now, upslope gives a lot more options. Could I get a 7-iron to that? Let me just see how far it is. Let me just see how far it is. 158. So you're 6. So 7-iron to get up there, up the hill, probably wouldn't work. I wonder if I could slice a 4. Slicing a 4 might be a weirdly good option here.
Have you got enough loft to get it up and out?
Well, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I open up that club face so I can actually add a little bit of loft. I'm going to be turning this 4-iron into about a 6-iron. With the way that this bunker is, I think even if I hit it well and it catches the lip, it should have enough to clear that other bunker. What I really don't want to do is leave myself in that other bunker, but it's the risk you take.
Oh, crikey.
Go on then, slice. Keep slicing. Oh, sit.
Stop.
Yeah. So it's just front left chipping. That was a that was a shot which, in many respects, I maybe wouldn't take on in a competition because it is quite high risk. But I just love the fact that when you use limited clubs, it forces you to think a little bit outside the box. It forces you to think differently. This actually ended up not too bad. Okay, let's try and get up and down. Okay, wow, what a green this is, by the way. A triple tier green. So I've got to hit it up here. With a 60 degree, I'll be able to fly it a touch higher, but I'm going to have to pitch it a bit shorter onto the shoulder here and then let it feed. Although it's actually going to feed that way. Wow, what a green this is. So I can pitch it quite online. This is the best green that I've seen so far this trip. It's an absolute beast. Right, come on then. Not bad. Not bad. Well, in the end, that is a pretty solid par. good chip, good second shot. Yeah, feeling confident. Hello everyone. You join me on the 12th hole. Oh, left. You ready for the miracle shot? Oh, stop it. That is just amazing. I'll see you later, guys. Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe later. Wow. Pressurised bogey putt. So 1 over through 3 holes. I wasn't expecting that camera to be up there, to be honest. One over through 3 holes. I want to try and get around in level. That was just a bad tee shot that led to all of that. So that was to blame. Come on, original driver. What are you doing? This is where I need to get a shot back. It's a par 5. It's 550 yards, which actually is quite short for some of the par 5s been playing so far. Original one, obviously. Lonely tree in the background is what I'm aiming for. Kind of feels how I am through life sometimes, John. Just a lonely tree in the background.
That tree there.
That tree. It's basically me. If a tree was me, that'd be the tree.
We're all thinking this, Pete. Stop.
Stop talking. Oh, stop. Right, okay. Ah, you cheeky, cheeky son of a gun. Ah. I think it'll be all right, but yeah, just right trees. I saw from the drone, like the hole goes up and around that way. So it's going to mean that I'll have to really like slice my second to get anywhere near. You know what? I think probably collectively since I've been using this club, I've probably missed 3 fairways. And I missed 3 today. Ah. So I've still got like 270 left to the pin. Actually got pretty fortunate. It's kind of clipped these trees and come down. And it's actually out of bounds on the right, something which I didn't realise would help to have played the course before. But mini driver, the rough is kind of thick around here. And it's almost like, I almost sense that this might be a bit of a flying lie. It's sat up, but there's quite a bit of grass behind the ball. So I reckon if I catch this well, I could advance it a long way up the fairway. Again, I just want a little short 54 degree in, but it's always an option when you're in thick rough like this, when it's kind of sat up just a touch with a fine lie. Actually using a fairway wood can be a good idea because of the sole, how it could glide through, but you got to commit to it. Like, you got to try and hit it very hard. Oh, it's come out left. It's all right, it's just in like the rough on the left. Army golf. Right, left, right, left. Obviously I'm not happy with my positioning, but I'm in with the buttercups, the dandelions, the tall grass, a little bit of thistle, birds singing. You know what? I'm just feeling a little bit down, a little bit sorry for myself, and now I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling happy in amongst nature. And I've got 85 yards, a favourite distance of Mr. 54 degree. So I would hope I could still give myself a chance of a birdie. The only thing is with these lies, something which I should have done in that last lie really, is you just need to grip that little bit tighter because that club face is going to want to twist open as the grass, which the club has got to come through, starts to wrap around the hosel and actually turn the face over. So that's the one thing you've got to watch out for in the thick rough. Now, the way I'm going to do that is put the ball a little bit further back in my stance so I can actually hit down on it a little bit more so I come through less grass, grip on a little bit tighter. And remember, when you hit down, you're going to be starting to come a little bit more from the inside generally. So I am going to aim slightly further left as well. Simples. And I did twist it and gripped on tighter. It's all right, it's on the green, but quite a big distance away. Yeah, just a bit scrappy, bit scrappy. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh. I couldn't have like hit that any softer, and it's obviously finished like 10 foot past. I thought for a moment that was going to be a hand up tiger moment here in Germany. Not to be. Now I've got a straight up the hill knee knocker for a par. Oh man.
That would have been a good birdie.
That would have been really good.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's, you know, you're trying your best.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready for this, John?
Yep.
It's going to be the most impressive bogey putt you've ever seen. Nailed it. 10 out of 10. Well, that is 2 over and a bogey on a par 5. Comment below. Am I going to get it back to level par? Am I even going to get it under? Got a hell of a par 3 coming next. Now this is a tricky one. It's 200 yards, but it's down the hill and there's a farm behind and there's water in front. So I obviously don't want to make the farmer angry and I don't want to kill any local frogs. So club selection is absolutely key. It actually slopes from right to left. I'm tempted almost to hit like a low running draw and get it going on. Let's see, we'll see it on the tee. Let's not make any rash decisions.
That pin looks like it's in a bit of a dip as well.
It does, it looks like it's in a bowl.
If you aim for centre green, you might be about right.
It's a long way downhill though. So 7 iron, it's about 170 when I catch it really well. 2 iron's gonna be like 200 when I hit it well. But obviously with the slope, I think bringing the slope in is a risk. However, carrying a 4 iron all the way there, you know what, I'm going to use the slope. Are you going to get ready on this zoom, John? Because this could be my most impressive shot to date. Where the path is on the right, I'm going to set it out over that. I'm going to try and hit a raking hook so it pitches on the fairway and then scoots down onto the green. Just trying to adapt the club and then do a pretty funky shot. This could be the one, John.
The one.
This could be the one.
We're already recording.
So, stronger grip, closing the club face, ball position back in the stance, get that hook moving. It's too much. Yeah, I just missed the slope. I overdrew it, so I was trying to pitch it kind of front right of the green. It's all right, I got a birdie putt. Shall I have one more go at that hooky shot? Okay. I have one more go. Stay straighter. Stay straight. Maybe just talk myself into that a little bit. Oh well, it is. After a couple of scrappy holes of par, and that leaves me now 5 holes to try and get it back to level or under. Come on, John, let's do this, mate. Another par 5. I wasn't expecting another par 5. And it's 450 meters, so it's under 500 yards. I think my only concern is the way that the hole is going. It's the one that goes up to the green again. If you remember here and you walked, you would be fit. Hey, welcome back. Just hold there. Yeah, it's fine. It's just left of the green in the semi. That's fine. It's just going to be my 54-degree wedge from there. Swung a lot in the air, actually, that. What a horrendous kick. Oh. Needed that. Right. Go on, one more. Let's find one more birdie. Well, birdie chance. Mini driver, 54-degree full at 99 yards. Sloping right to left, quite a big swing actually as well. This is a A tricky one. I think I've got the line, it's pace, because it's going to be coming into the hole in that direction. It'd be good to get it back to level though in 2 holes. Come on. Ah, oh, Pete. That was a weak one. That was a weak one. Okay, 210 yards to the pin from this tee. So, 2 holes to get that elusive second birdie to get it back to level. This is a tricky one. So 4 iron, I'm gonna have to find another 10 yards from somewhere. So I'm gonna try and hit a little bit more of a draw shape. So rather than a fade, just gonna try and get a little bit more launch, a little bit more carry, slightly downhill, which should help the situation. Oh, that's by far my best strike of the day. Good line as well. Go on, move in. Go on then. I think this is one of the quirks about when you hit decent golf shots to a good length. So from the tee, it looks a little bit right of the pin. It looks all right. It looks kind of like about 10, 15 foot. It's only about maybe 6 foot, 7 foot. When you get your distance control right, it's always, I think you've got to be a golfer to kind of understand it. There's so many shots that you hit that like go online and they finish online with the pin. You're like, oh, that's good, that's good. And you get up there, it's like 20 foot short. You're like, oh. And then this one, which was to the right, I was happy with the shot, is really close. Yeah, I'm happy about that, John. I'm not going to lie. And got a chance for a birdie on a hole which really I wouldn't be expecting to, especially with the way I've been hitting it. And putt-wise, it looks pretty flat. All the stars seem to have aligned here, John.
Where did it pitch?
In the fringe over there. So pitch there and then roll down in this direction. A little bit of ground draw. Yeah, this looks dead straight. As flat as a pancake, a German pancake. Ah. Always just that touch left. Oh, what a golden opportunity that was. Right, 1 hole left to get it. Well, you know what? That's golf. Hit a great shot. Still need to convert the putt. And unfortunately, I did not do it. Oof.
Thoughts, Pete? That is a sharp angle.
This is such a risk and reward. So that bunker there is a way of teeing off the white. So to clear that bunker is 220. But you can actually see that it's pretty much a right angle. So I can cut off quite a lot of that corner. So I'm actually going to go over. There's a couple of trees here just to the left of the bunker. That's what I'm going to aim over. If I sit, it's a solid shot. I should clear him by a long way. There's also a benefit. The fairway seems to like slope downwards in this direction, so it should kick left and run on a bit. Should leave myself with a nice short shot in. This is the key shot on this hole. It looks like. Yeah, it's just faded off. That'll be absolutely fine.
I don't know what you mean by I'll be absolutely fine.
She's been watching your round.
I don't know what you mean by I'll be absolutely fine.
It came across perfectly. Wow, you get sledged.
Just from all angles, they like got me. That was a great shot. Oh, the hell, Siri, you could have like slated me on my bad shots. Well, I was saying that's perfect. It should be perfect if I've got my judgment right. Wow, that is a stunning approach into this green. So tee shots worked out absolutely fine. It's actually got quite a lot of protection to get over those trees. It kicks down into this bit, then you've got a big bank here, so you can kind of whack whatever you want really off the tee. 126 yards though, very awkward distance because 54 degree, it's a little bit down. Is it a little 7? Ooh, this is a bit of a tricky one now, John. I'm gonna have to basically try and hook in a 54 degree just so I can get the loft down. So hands are going to be a long way ahead of the ball here. Club face closed. Just try and hit a big draw. Look at that clubhouse. Oh, are you ready for this, John?
I am still rolling.
This could be the moment.
Beautiful tee shot, finish.
Just need to get the distance. With the amount of hook spin on this, it should spin left when it lands. That's the idea.
You don't want to be short on that.
Do not want to be short now. Okay. Now, kick in, stay on the bank. Well, out of all the different options that I had there, I wasn't expecting it to finish there. I just hit a really solid straight shot. So, for my 8-part instructional series on how to hit straight shots, club face, close it, grip it strong, shove those hands massively ahead. There you go. Secrets to golf, guys. But you weren't expecting that, we tuned, didn't we? But you got it. Well, I've left myself a pretty tricky shot here with a 54 degrees. So I've got to land it pretty much on the fringe and then let it feed down to the left. Touch has to be absolutely bob on here. This is a bit of a tricky one. Obviously still want to get a birdie, want to hole it, but I don't want to get a bogey either. So just on the fringe, come on. I have literally no idea how I've managed to land it that softly. Wow. Didn't think I'd feel this much pressure on a par putt. Right, guys, thank you so much for watching. That has been really enjoyable. I actually think this course is probably my favourite out of the ones that we've actually seen so far. It's so undulating, it's so interesting, so much variation in the actual course design. That's been really good. Also enjoyed doing this challenge. I'm a little bit annoyed that I didn't play better, but I think the imagination that it gives you, the complex variety of shots that you then have to manufacture, because certainly on that one, I mean, I would have got 60 degrees just straight up in the air. Now I have to visualize where I'm going to land it with a 54, and it just gives you so many more options. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Just want to say big thank you to Quellness as well for having us down at this huge resort. It's the second biggest in the world, biggest in Europe. It's crazy. Hopefully you've seen the Underpar Passport video showing you everything around here. And yeah, it's time for a coffee. Guys, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on both social media platforms and comment below. How would you got on with 5 clubs? Are you ready for a coffee, John?
Always.
Always. You don't even drink coffee.
I was being polite.
I need one.
Bye.